including Josh Hill. They both got links to radar, but only Hill has got a proven link with one of the other victims.
Agreed, but until the DNA comparison comes back, we can't eliminate either suspect.
I still like another crack at Hill.
Fine, go ahead.
Thank you.
Look, I've already told you it was Michael who took your officer home. You should be talking to him, not me.
Well, the bad news for you is that Michael Keenan says he dropped off PC Powell and went back to radar. Another barman confirms it.
So now we're back to you watching them leave the bar together.
I told you, I wasn't watching them. I just happened to notice as I got into my car.
But that wasn't all you did, was it?
What do you mean?
When Michael's car drove off, you followed him, didn't you?
What? No, of course I didn't.
We went back and checked the street cameras again. Keenan's car pulled out of the back street and away along Luther Street at 23:05.
There you go. There's a picture of your car following Keenan's car along Luther Street. And 23:08 along Ballina Road. Your car's still following.
This is ridiculous. You know where I live. Ballina Road is on my way home.
Not exactly the quickest route, though, is it?
So why did you take that route, eh?
Look, I'd had a drink, remember? That's why I stuck to the quieter route. I didn't want to get stopped by the police.
No, I'll bet.
Any more from the street cameras?
Not really. We've got Josh Hill's car following Keenan's as far as Metal Lane, and then after that, no more cameras.
D.I. Manson seems convinced Josh Hill is our man.
Yeah, you can understand why. The way he blackmailed Richard Neiman, it proves he's a predator.
So what do we think? That Hill followed them home, waited for Keenan to leave, and then made his move?
Possibly. He'd already spoken to Lance at the bar. He could easily have blagged his way inside.
Mom, 3-week-old report. Man was found naked, tied to his bed. Called for help, had to be released by P.C. Valentine and P.C. Kapoor.
Tied to the bed? What's the story?
Well, it says he was drunk and he passed out, and that his friend left him there. Makes out it was all consensual, but it states here that he had quite bad rope burns on his wrists.
Like Lance. This is our killer's M.O. What's the address?
3 Haygarth Court.
Haygarth Court? Haygarth Court. Yeah, it's well within our 2-mile radius. Hello, Phil. Yeah, well, can you drop everything that you're doing, because I need you to check something.
So let's say Josh Hill is our murderer, right? He comes across Lance, he can't believe his luck. He's a police officer, he's vulnerable, he's on his own.
He's already killed 3. We've failed to spot the pattern. He's angry, he's insulted.
He's determined to get our attention.
Call me as soon as. Mom, it's forensics. DCI Morel.
So, he waits outside radar. He's avoiding the cameras. He's surprised when he sees Lance and Keenan are merged together, but that's okay, because now he's got a ready-made suspect to take the blame.
The neighbours obviously see Keenan's car, but he ain't trying to hide it. Josh Hill, on the other hand, he's a lot cleverer. He parks in the next street. He sits there, he waits.
Keenan leaves. Hill knocks on the door. Lance is drunk, maybe half asleep. He still puts up a good fight.
Yeah. He ain't gonna let himself be tied up or held down like the others. It's not consensual. So in the struggle, Lance gets his killer's skin cells under his fingernails.
The scratch that Josh Hill said he got at the gym.
OK, thank you.
What's up?
I'm sorry, boys, but Josh Hill's not our murderer. Nor is Michael Keenan, apparently.
What?
The forensics tests have come back negative. The DNA under Lance's fingernails didn't match our suspects.
So we're going to have to release them both.
Yep. They're continuing to check the database for further matches, of course. But in the meantime, we're back to square one.
Ryan Carter.
Yes?
I'm DS Phil Hunter, Sunhill CID. Need to ask you a few questions about an incident that happened here 3 weeks ago.
What more questions? But I already told the officer what happened. It was nothing. A mistake.
Well, actually, it's a bit more serious than that. Have you seen the news today?
No, why?
Well, last night a police officer was murdered. We think what happened to you here a few weeks ago may be significant. So how did you meet this guy?
Well, the usual way. A drink in a bar.
And you didn't think to tell us what really happened to you?
Look, it was just a game. Not a very pleasant one, but I never thought it might...
Can you tell us the name of the bar that you met in?
It's a place called Radar. It's on Luther Street. He seemed really nice, so we came back here for coffee.
And then what?
Look, this isn't exactly easy to talk about.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry, but like I said, it's a murder inquiry.
And from there...
Right, you got intimate.
I don't know whether you'd call it that. We kissed. But when we moved through to the bedroom, that's when he asked if I minded being tied up.
Did you?
It's not my usual thing. But he said it wouldn't work for him otherwise, so rather than spoil the evening...
So the ropes, where did they come from?
He had them in his pocket. I'd made some comment, just made a joke of it. You know, like, Boy Scouts, be prepared. After the knots were good and tight, that's when he changed. Started telling me I was helpless, that he could do anything he liked. I thought it was just part of the game. Control and submission. Just what floated his boat.
Go on.
Well, then there was a loud bang from next door. I said it's just the neighbours. I told him not to worry, but he seemed really bothered by it. Then the phone rang and he just spooked and ran out the door. I tried to get free, but I'd had quite a lot to drink, and in the end I just ended up falling asleep. Even in the morning, sober, I couldn't get free. I had to shout for help. Tied up like that, anything could have happened. I couldn't have stopped him. No one would have known.
Can you remember what this bloke looks like?
Late 20s, brown hair.
You said he admired your CD collection.
I picked up a few, yeah.
Nice one.
Yes, Phil, what do you have? OK, brilliant. That's great, thank you. Right, we're in business. Forensics lifted 2 fingerprints from the CDs. We've got a hit on PNC for a John Lord, resident here in Sunhill.
Ma'am, the DNA database came back with the same name. John Lord, previous for burglary, assault, possession. It was his DNA under Lance's fingernails.
Do we have an address?
Mickey's running through criminal now.
Coming up there. There we go. John Patrick Lord.
This guy?
Is there a problem?
I've seen him somewhere before.
What, recently?
When we were at Radar talking to Michael Keaton earlier today, this was the guy who was asking questions.
You okay?
Yeah, you?
I'm just trying to make sense of it all.
All these door-to-doors, and we're still hitting a brick wall. No one's seen anything, no one's heard anything.
Yeah, but what else can you do?
Yeah, I know. It's just that when I woke up this morning, I never thought... We have to get him down. Whoever did this.
Dan, Roger. Incident room. The suspect's just been ID'd and MIT needs some backup. Come on.